Hey guys, how you doing? It's Charlie here, taking a look at the ukulele this week. As you can see, I thought it'd be good to run through an instrument which is really popular with beginners. It's hugely become really popular everywhere, and luckily it's started to replace recorders in schools, which is great for everyone. It's good if you're a guitarist and you just want to try something different. They're cheap to pick up. If you're a beginner, a complete beginner, you've never played anything before, again, a great way to start. They're relatively easy to play, and they're relatively easy to kind of make a decent tune out of. Yeah, just thought I'd give you a quick intro. We're going to go through some chords, how to sit with it, how to strum it. Might even get you doing some singing at the end, who knows. So yeah, I thought we'd just go through. I'd tell you about this instrument. This is a soprano ukulele, but I went for the long neck version. As you can see, it's slightly longer, meaning I've got a bit more scale length. Being a guitar player, I just prefer it. It's just that bit easier for me. So yeah, soprano uke with a longer neck. I got it from the Southern Ukulele store online. They were very helpful. I called them up and discussed what I want, so do check them out. Little tuner, definitely worth getting. This is a little D'Addario tuner. It's great. It just keeps you in tune. They do tend to go out a little bit when you get them. Nylon strings can be a little bit dicey. So get yourself a tuner and you're in business, really. In terms of tuning, it's tuned in exactly the same way as the guitar. So it's tuned in the same intervals. It's not tuned the same notes. So instead of having on a guitar, so the top 4 strings, that is. So on the top 4 strings of guitar, you would have D, G, B, E. Here we've got G, C, E, A. Now you might have noticed that the high string, well, the top string is higher than the third, which is obviously different to guitar because they just go up in pitch. But this one is going, which is slightly different. So those notes we get on the ukulele are, so just to help you if you need to tune, is a G, a C, an E, and an A. So it's G, C, E, A. All right? So that'll get you in tune and get you sorted and everything you need to know. But do try and get a tuner. It makes life so much easier. So the good news for you guitarists is that all your chords are, they're all valid, basically. Just imagine you're playing the top 4 strings of a guitar and you're sorted. The bad news is they've all got completely different names, unfortunately. So what you used to think was a G, i.e. just playing 3rd fret top string, is actually on ukulele a C. Which is a bit of, you know, if you know your chords well, unfortunately, you're going to have to kind of relearn them. But, you know, there you go. So, I'm going to run through the basic progression that we're going to do today, which is going to be C, G, A minor, and F. So your basic kind of classic pop progression. You can play so many songs with that. Hopefully we'll get you playing some of those to start with. So I'll start with the C. Hopefully you will be getting a close-up here with my left hand. The C is played using the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of what I will call the top string. One nearest, that's what we do on guitar. We call it the top string. Alright, okay, I'll call it the 1st string. This is your 1st, so 4, 3, 2, 1. So on your 1st string, 3rd fret. Okay? That's your C. Then to go to the G, we're going to play 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, middle finger on the 2nd fret of your 1st string, and your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. To you guitarists out there, that's a D. It's a D, but it's not called a D, it's called a G, unfortunately. So I've gone from C to G. Next up is A minor, nice and easy. You're going to use your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Strum all your strings, that's an A minor. Then to get the F, you're going to leave your middle finger there and put your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. And that's an F, all right? So I've gone from C, I've gone to G, to A minor, and F, all right? Those are your 4 chords, all done, nice and easy. I'll do them again. C, really slow, form the G, then form the A minor, then form the F, like that, all right? So those are your 4 chords. I didn't say actually about holding it. Traditionally, they're kind of held like this so that they're into the body with the right hand palm pressing down, your left hand supporting it on the left hand side. They're quite light, so it's not like a guitar. You might revert to playing like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, you're still going to get the tone, but playing like that is a bit more proper. And if you're standing up, to be honest, you'd have to play it like this anyway. So yeah. I don't know, it's up to you. I kind of like this way. But both are valid, you know, as long as you're not kind of distorting it too much, I think that's fine. Your right hand, one more thing, is the right hand is strumming where the body meets the neck, okay? So kind of here, we're strumming about there, okay? Because we get a richer sound, as you know from guitar. If you strum higher up the neck, you get strumming here. It's not quite the same, but here, a bit nicer and richer, so that's where we strum. Strumming, I probably wouldn't recommend using a pick, to be honest. They're too heavy. You don't need a lot with these. They're 4 little strings. It's a tiny instrument. You've got everything you need on your finger. So I strum, and I think traditionally it is strummed with your first finger like that. So it looks like you're doing that all the time when you're strumming. So first finger. So just practice, when you get used to it, just practice going down and up. The upstroke's harder, as always, but try just going like that. Now, in terms of the rhythm, everything on ukulele, I hear, seems to be swung, which means instead of playing, we play with a swing. Because it sounds a bit happier, I guess, but everything seems to be swung. So, for the sake of that, we're going to do this swung today. So, in terms of your rhythm, we're going to, I'll just keep it simple for now. We're going to, actually, sorry, we go down, down, up, down. Okay, so that's a basic pattern, and you might want to mess around with it. We're going down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, down, like that. Okay, and then I'll put the other chords in. So I'll do bar of C, C, G, A minor, okay, so try practice putting that together with the chords and the strumming pattern, and just see what comes out. The chord change is going to take a little while, okay, but focus on trying to get the technique so you're not getting a horrible manky sound. Make sure you're getting the technique, you get the chord changes, and you're getting a nice, it should be effortless. And then you can just embellish it as you go. Okay, and all that kind of thing you can chuck in. So that's a good place to get started. Obviously, you're going to need to practice this stuff. Don't expect you to be able to do it throughout the length of the lesson, but just something to get you started. Well, I'll put those chords together, and hopefully, if I can demonstrate some ways you might be able to use them. So, so you take your 4 chords, and then you're going to try and put them together. So I'll try and put something together. You might sing something like, I'll go round again. Your lipstick stains on the front lobe of my left side brains. I knew I couldn't forget you, so I gon' let you blow my mind. Or maybe I won't hesitate no more, no more. I cannot wait, I'm yours. Apologies for the singing, absolutely atrocious, but it gives you an idea. We're not here, don't take any tips on the melody, that was appalling, but you get the idea. So easy to pick up and play, more than guitar. I think I love guitar, and I'll always play. Guitar will be #1, but just as a thing to pick up and play, and just, you don't have to play, you might just want to go, you know, keeping it 2, 3, 4, 1, just like that, that's fine, okay? And it's just something, this is why it's taken off in schools, because it's relatively easy to get a tune out of. You're not just playing like a melody on flute or something that you're playing, you can support someone else singing a tune, someone else playing a tune. I don't tend to do a lot of melody on ukulele because it sounds it can sound a little bit woody, but it can be done, you know, to start with. So grab a ukulele, just have a go, see what you think, you know, and try out some pop songs. That 4-chord progression is in everything. There's a version on YouTube, it's called Axis, I think they're called, a fantastic Australian band, and they show you all the songs that can be used with just those 4 chords, and there's an amazing amount of songs. So grab a ukulele, just have a go, see what you think. I hope it's been useful, and I'll see you on the next lesson. Until then, keep practicing. Cheers.